How COVID broke supply chains and how MPG artificial intelligence and blockchain could fix them. When the coronavirus outbreak broke out in 2020, it became clear that the medical emergency was accompanied by significant shortages, particularly in medical gadgets. The trend was first seen with ventilators. Demand jumped everywhere, disrupting the supply chain. This was due to the devices' manufacturing spanning various nations, with each element reliant on other parts made in separate regions. The longer the chain and the more complicated the dependency, the more vulnerable each point is to the failure of another and forced shutdowns. This tendency has touched practically every area of the global economy 2 years after COVID initially appeared. Supply chain concerns have become a running joke that they now touch everything from gas prices to food. But why has COVID had such a significant impact on obtaining goods and products? In recent decades, supply chains have become leaner and longer as they have been more cost-effective. Additional stages were added to the manufacturing and shipping of any given product for speed and cost. This implies that anything might go wrong between the time you purchase something online and when it arrives at your door. Upstream suppliers, such as chip makers, rely on downstream suppliers, such as those that offer vehicle control systems to your car manufacturer, to produce on time so they may deliver on time to you. Risks are now shared among various organizations all over the globe, thanks to extended chains. MPG Global Project Pairing Platform helps reduce risk within the supply chain process. They are a digital supply chain management marketplace with a database of vetted manufacturers, distributors, and services providers. MPG forms teaming agreements with small and larger businesses to reduce slowdown and loss of revenue due to production delays. Using MPG artificial intelligence and blockchain to protect trade. Trade credit contagion is a financial impact caused by supply chain issues. This occurs when companies postpone paying suppliers because their consumers are delaying paying them. The pay-on-delivery strategy might result in shipments being cancelled or delayed, leading to bankruptcy. While a large percentage of trade credit risk is now uninsured, insurance and reinsurance companies may cover this protection gap in the post-pandemic environment. Researchers are presently developing approaches for identifying vulnerabilities in global supply networks and understanding the dangers of trade credit contagion. The objective is to improve the overall stability of these systems. How can we construct insurance and reinsurance contracts to share risk and mitigate vulnerabilities efficiently? How can dependable trade credit reduce supply chain delays and eliminate the current situation of paying for something in advance with an undetermined delivery date? Artificial intelligence and complex network theory may assist in discovering structures that offer a systemic danger. They assist us in determining which patterns of linkages are more likely to lead to delays and trade credit contagion and which are more resilient. We may develop large-scale simulations of global supply chains reacting to a range of shocks using these tools and then apply machine learning approaches to pinpoint the chain's problematic portions. This information may then be utilized to create market designs that reinforce the system in another epidemic or calamity. Other emerging technologies, such as blockchain, hold the potential to analyze supply chain connections using high-quality data. Blockchain technology makes use of real-time data and multi-party transparent verification. Combined with additional features such as smart contracts, this might quickly settle supply chain issues. The future of supply chains. After the epidemic, trade credit insurance is anticipated to become more popular. It might depend on public-private collaborations. The epidemic has demonstrated that when governments enforce shutdowns in specific sectors, they become significant participants. This money may be used to make up for late payments, decrease losses, and restart critical production if required. However, not all links in a chain can be insured, and identifying the most critical phases in particular shock situations is a significant difficulty. Large-scale algorithms can detect which suppliers need to be removed and which new ones need to emerge, allowing rewiring supply networks. Supply chains may look different in a few years when the overarching purpose moves from reducing costs, as before the epidemic, to reducing delays and trade credit risks. As demand evolves, the end user will drive the need to rewire the network. The customer's adaptability ultimately determines the supply chain's resilience. Benefits of using MPG. Reduce long lead times with manufacturers. Saving production downtime due to delays within the supply chain process. Source items for better discount lock in pricing. Project pairing opportunities. Form teaming agreement for project funding and capabilities. Technical pairing. Bidding to multiple suppliers to give better deliverability. Reseller opportunities.